Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I'm the Lone Ranger. I really appreciate you taking time out of your beautiful Sunday morning to join me with my radio show on real estate mortgages. This is where we talk about how to buy real estate, how to sell real estate, how to invest in real estate, how to get into a home in this crazy market if you're a first-time home buyer, how to compete with a multiple offer situation. Oh, my God, is that ever a reoccurring event for us? How do we manage what's going on in the market in terms of interest rates? What's going on with interest rates? What's going on with the real estate market in general? Is it too late to get in the market, or is it the right time to get in the market? What are all the answers to all these questions? Oh, my God. And can you believe that I've got the answers to each and every one of those questions, in addition to several other things that I want to mention today? Now, why would you listen to my radio show if you're not in the market to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate? Because I'm going to give you information that's pertinent to you either becoming a homeowner, or what are you doing to manage that asset right now? What's that asset doing for you? Well, we know it's all growing. We know that your value is growing, but what is it doing, and how is it impacting you? And what happens when we deal with inflation the way we are and we're having appreciation at the same time? How does that affect us? What are the yin and the yang on that? But these are all kind of things that we talk about. So just so you know a little bit about me, I'm assuming you've listened to my show several times. I'm also on the air with Cleve Loveland on Saturdays, same station at noon, and we talk about a lot of other things that are going on in the industry. But why am I qualified to help you with all these things, including wealth building, when you're listening to a 10th grade dropout? I mean, good gracious, who wants financial advice from a 10th grade dropout? I don't know. I would not have guessed myself that I would have been taking advice from somebody that didn't even finish high school. So, although I will tell you, I do have a PhD. Now, how can you get a PhD if you didn't finish high school? Here's how you get it. Okay, my PhD is a public high school diploma equivalency. So I ended up getting my GED. So don't judge me, folks. Don't judge me here. Here's why I can teach, and I can teach wealth building, because I was able to amass a lot of money and wealth by investing in real estate and doing some smart things that people that cared enough about me showed me how to do. Since I wasn't going to be a financial expert on Wall Street, which I probably would have done if I had my life to do over again, it would have been one of my choices. I would have liked to have worked on Wall Street and been a trader. I think that would have been a great career move for me. I like that kind of thing. I like that high activity, high energy. And so it's just one of those things. My perfect life would have been a race car driver. I would have loved to have been a race car driver. By the way, last weekend I went with my son over to Bithlow, and we raced or drove the exotic cars. A lot of fun doing that as well. So let's get right down to business and talk about what's going on in the industry. So first things first, I want to give out my telephone number. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you know how to reach me. You can call me here today. You can text me here if you have a question, and just call or text 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or if you would like to apply for a mortgage to purchase or refinance a home, please go directly to my website at WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Easiest doggone website I've ever seen in my entire life for applying for a mortgage. You don't have to do much when it comes to working this website. You just basically go on, log in, and it walks you through. What's your name? What's your birthday? And where do you work? My system is so intuitive that if you put in certain banking information, it'll download your bank statements and it'll verify your employment for most employers out there. So pretty easy to use. All we got to do is stop everything, pick up the phone, and or dial in at WeBringYouHome.com. So getting back on track here, what's going on in the market right now? I mean, I can tell you one thing. I really don't even know where this whole gas thing is going to end. But this gas thing is part of inflation. I'm going to tell you something. When President Biden got into office, I was paying a little over $2 a gallon for my gas. I know this much, that we are only purchasing 7% of our oil from Russia. So that means that if this whole thing is Putin's fault, then we should be paying about $2.25 to $2.35 a gallon. Now, that means it's not Putin's fault. It has nothing to do with Putin, or very little to do with Putin. Now, although I do think he is a tirade, and we've got to put an end to him. However, the gas prices have very little to do with him, and very much to do with who we voted into office in in Washington. So that's a different topic, different issue. If you don't believe in my opinion, that's okay. You can call me and you can share that opinion with me. However, I know what I had and I know what I have. And what I had is cheaper gas prices, cheaper groceries, lower cost to buy a home, and a lot lower interest rates. So let's get right down to business when it comes to pertaining to a mortgage and real estate. Housing prices are continuing to go up. We're still hitting about an 18 to 22% appreciation rate. That's pretty darn significant. But I'm going to tell you something. It's not sustainable, you guys. It's not sustainable, and it doesn't have to be. I'll give you some quick numbers. And this is for all you that want to invest in real estate. Did you know that your return on your investment is greater when purchasing a home with less money down than it is with more money down? Now, for those of you that don't understand that concept, here's the 10th grade dropout. I'm going to explain it to you. If you bought a home and you purchased this home for, let's just say, $300,000, and you put down 3.5%. Okay, so that 3.5% equates to $10,500. If that $300,000 house only goes up by 3%, which is an average appreciation over a long period of time, we don't get these 17 to 25% appreciation. You guys are lucking out right now. You're making money hand over fist if you're in real estate. If you bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, before that, you're making so much money on real estate, you may be making more than your actual annual salary is. So that's great. We can love those times because they make up for the cheap times. Okay, when we're not making as much. But if you could only assume 3% appreciation on a $300,000 house, that's $9,000. Now, if your investment was only 3.5% down, which is 10.5, then you made an 86% return on your investment in 1 year. Now, I don't care where your money is. Tesla, Google, Berkshire Hathaway. I don't see any of them make an 86% return on your investment. It just doesn't happen. Now, don't call me up and go, yeah, I made a lot of money on Google and I made a lot of money on Tesla. Things do happen from time to time, but it's very unusual. You only need 3% to make money in real estate. That's all you need. The rest of it's gravy. So don't rent. You listen to this show and you're already a homeowner and you don't need to refinance and you don't need to buy. You know somebody that you can help. And it's our job as good people on this planet that are here to help other people. So if you know somebody that's renting, why wouldn't you help them? Why wouldn't you say, you need to call my friend, the Lone Ranger, CrossCountry Mortgage, Bruce Woodburn. Look me up. Google me. Go to my YouTube page, Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger YouTube, and subscribe to me. You'd help me out a lot if you did that. Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger YouTube, subscribe. You're not going to get a bunch of junk. I don't send you anything on my YouTube channel, but it helps me get higher when it comes to search engines. So you can help me out by doing that. I'd be appreciative. I'm going to help you and your friends out by helping them become a homeowner, helping them get out of the rent race. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. I don't know, but my mama said, don't be a renter. Don't be a renter. So,
hey, my mama didn't raise no fool.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
no, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
Okay, your mama didn't raise no fool. What in the heck was that? I think it was a goat. Your mama didn't raise no fool. My mama didn't raise no fool. There is no wealth in being a renter. There's no such thing as a rich renter. You're making money by buying real estate. I just showed you how to make an 86% return and with only 3% appreciation. Now, you take that same calculation, and if you bought a home, let's just take the same $300,000 purchase, and you put 20% down on that, and that 20% equates to a $60,000 investment versus a 10.5. And that house only goes up 3%, which was $9,000, then $9,000 divided by $60,000 is a 15% return on your investment. What do you want, 86% or 15%? Now, some of you may go, wait a minute. That's some fuzzy math, man. You got to pay PMI and you're paying a higher rate of interest, or paying a higher payment. Yes, you're paying a higher payment, and yes, you're paying PMI. Now, if you have excellent credit, PMI is dirt cheap. I will borrow the bank's money and pay PMI gladly. And I hear a lot of people go, oh my God, I hate PMI. PMI is bad. PMI is great. PMI is great. Now you may think, hey, he must be selling something to say PMI is great. I can leverage money. And here's the thing. This is what you're going to get from the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, the 10th grade dropout that is one of the highest producing lenders in the country. Here's what you're going to get from me. You're going to get how you can maximize money. Now, that means borrow my money cheap. Borrow my money. Don't use your money. Cash is king, baby. The more money you got in the bank, the more money you got in equity don't do anything till you sell the house. It doesn't do anything for you. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my equity position. It's money in the bank. It's called unrealized gains. There's a lot of ways to get rich like that, but your equity doesn't do anything. I need money to work for me. So am I in the business of encouraging people to buy homes so that they gain equity and gain wealth? Yes, that is one tool, but I don't want to use up all my money. I want to keep my money diversified. Some in stocks, some in bonds, some in mutual funds, some in life insurance. There's all kinds of ways to invest. You don't have to have all your eggs in one basket. And I don't believe in having all your eggs in one basket. 407-706-3313. I will tell you that I will show you how you can pay PMI and be glad you did. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you how to get rid of it, but we need to leverage it. And then when I see people making extra payments on a home that want to buy more homes, don't do that either. Don't do that. You might say, why, Lone Ranger? Why not pay extra? If you are intending on buying multiple properties, and I'll show you how to do it the easiest way with the least amount of money out of your pocket. The easiest way. I'll show you how to own 5 properties over a 20-year period of time or less that will make you between $15,000 and $30,000 a month in rental income. They'll all be paid off within 22 years by just applying my Leapfrog program at no cost to you. It doesn't cost you anything. Matter of fact, other people are going to pay your mortgage payments for you. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you got $3 million worth of free and clear property paying you $15,000 to $30,000 a month. Now, who doesn't want to retire with that? Okay? Like, my goal is when I retire, I'm just going to be a glorified handyman. Yeah, I'll go out and I might fix a few things, check up on my rental properties, do that. Right now, I just hire a handyman. I got a roofer. I got a gutter guy. I got a pressure washer. I got an appliance person. I got an HVAC person. What else do I need? What else do I need? I can just hire them. And what I do as a landlord is I'm super responsible about taking good care of my tenants. So my responsibility is when something breaks, you tell me, I fix it immediately. No questions asked. Immediately. I rent for at or below market value, slightly, not a lot, slightly, just to make sure that we're always taking care of people. Okay. You take care of my property. I take care of you. You pay your rent on the first day of the month. You got 5 days. You don't have 15 days. You got 5 days. Pay my rent. My rent's paid. I'm going to be a happy landlord. You're going to be a happy tenant. I fix everything. And that's how we get along. Now, I'll show you how to build that up. And all these properties are going to be paid off within approximately 20 years. And you are going to be a multimillionaire that will give you generational wealth. And if you teach your children and your grandchildren this technique, you just send them to me. I'll get them set up. I will show you how to create generational wealth that will go on for generation after generation after generation. I'm the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Been in the business 33 years as of yesterday. That was my anniversary and my wedding anniversary. Both kids' birthdays were the day before. I want to tell you to stay tuned. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Call me now. Text me now, 407-706-3313. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show.